Welcome to the Let's Slow Down Summer Series. I'm your host, Anne Marie, and I'm here to help you surrender to summer with short weekly podcasts that focus on adding simplicity and ease to your life. As a young podcast, it helps if listeners like you submit reviews and share the show. So please pass this along to a friend or share it on Instagram, tagging Let's Slow Down 2023. Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Slow Down. We just have a few episodes left of our summer short series, and I've had a lot of fun sharing with you different things that have been on my mind throughout this summer season. And I hope that you will have some moments and some time in the next couple of weeks to soak up what's left of this beautiful summer season. What I want to talk about today is the celebration of life. Unfortunately, someone in my family recently passed away. His children decided to throw him a celebration of life. And I'll be honest, I've never been to one of those before, but it was lovely. I'm hooked. And I'll tell you why. So essentially, it was a big party. Right? It's when I Googled what a celebration of life was, it says it's a more casual, less structured, relaxed party-like atmosphere where guests attend to celebrate a life well lived. And that is absolutely what it was. Just a beautiful gesture and tribute to a wonderful man who lived a wonderful life. And lots of people there actually at his home that he's lived in for many, many years. The big party. I mean, how much more authentic can you get to celebrate someone right on the grounds where they lived most of their life? Tons of people, friends, family. And it was just a really heartwarming way to celebrate him. And it got me thinking about a life well lived and how we can do that and how slowing down can be such an asset to living a well-lived life, whatever that looks like to you. And I recently was watching a documentary and there was a quote about the regrets of people who are on their deathbed. So just a quick search for top 5 regrets of the dying comes up with this. I wish I'd had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. I wish I'd had the courage to express my feelings. I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. And I wish that I had let myself be happier. Examining those top 5 regrets really makes me think about what I'm doing day to day and ways that I can live my life to the fullest. So this is by no means supposed to be a sad show. It's supposed to be a happy show today, because what is more beautiful than life? We're so privileged, all of us. We're blessed to have our lives and have the people, our loved ones in it, and just all of the wonderful things that we have that we surround ourselves with. So it was a good reason to think about what really matters and what's getting in the way of truly embracing my values and dreams. And ultimately, we are not going to know the answers to those questions. Obviously, they're different for each of us. We're not going to really find those answers deep inside of us unless we give ourselves the space and give ourselves some quiet to think about these things, to check in with ourselves, to ask ourselves some of the hard questions. But it really makes me recognize how important it all is, because there's no givens. You don't know how long you have on this earth. So you want to make the most of it. You want to embrace every minute. I wonder how this little reframe might help us to enjoy and appreciate the people and blessings in our life more. Maybe take a few minutes and think about that today. I don't want to say the word fall too much yet, as it's still just the middle of August, but looking ahead to the next season that's rapidly approaching, maybe thinking about this stuff a little bit can help you plan for the next season. For me personally, September is usually pretty chaotic because obviously back to school, but also all of the other things that come with it. Knowing that ahead of time and trying to be more intentional and mindful about how I want to feel and how I want to live in the coming months. This is helping me think about what I can do differently, what changes I can make. Maybe I can get ahead of this. What can I let go of for a while? Like, for example, maybe routine checkups, things like that. Anything that kind of falls in the September range, maybe I bump that. Maybe I push that a month. That's just one example of a way I was thinking of handling this, and what systems I can have in place. Ultimately, what vision do I have for myself and my family for the fall to live a life well lived? Going back to celebrating life, I would love for every single day to be a celebration of life. I would love to wake up every morning and just feel so happy and grateful for another day. And I think it's possible, maybe not every single morning, but most days. So how can we celebrate life more every single day? It is such a blessing to be here. And how can we make the most of it? How can we live true to ourselves? How can we let ourselves be happier? I hope that you have some answers to those questions, and I know I'll be thinking about them as well. And I wish you a beautiful day. We will be looking at one more short summer episode coming up, and then I'm excited to share a bunch of new interviews for the fall. Have a wonderful day. Go live your life well, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you for joining me for this episode of the Let's Slow Down Summer Series. I hope you can take some time this season to enjoy a simple and intentional summer. Start living life on your own terms today.